All right, now pleased to be joined by Donnie Jones, Stetson head coach, and Matt McCall, former colleague of towel boy of Donnie's.
No, Donnie was my mentor. He's
That's
my
right.
mentor. There's been, Billy Donovan, Anthony Grant, Donnie Jones. I've had some good ones, but none better than Donnie, man. So I had to jump on here for Coach Jones because he has been so good to me, and we are so happy for him and his program. Remarkable. Stetson, never been to the NCAA tournament, and Coach Jones got it done.
What's it like, Donnie? How does it feel? Because the road for you has been well traveled since, being a part of the back-to-back Florida national title teams, that staff with Billy and Anthony and Chai, and
Yep.
McCall was there in some capacity. We don't know what. What's it been like for you since the final buzzer sounded and you've had a chance to soak this in a little bit?
Yeah, you know what, Jeff? It's kind of surreal. It's all you do is think about the great people. The guys like Matt, people you've been associated with along your journey, and the schools you've been at, and the kids you've coached, and it's the first time for a team for me to take to an NCAA tournament. It just kind of hit me, a little bit ago, because you get caught up in the moment for the kids that you're at here, and today's coaching's a little different, and it's been in the past. It's a lot harder at these smaller schools. Because, we had so many kids leave for NIL, so many kids transfer, they have a little success. And we had a group at state and for the most part, and believed in a place where it's never been done.
Coach, I'm not going to lie. I called Larry Shyatt. The zone was making me a little bit nervous, but you stuck with it today. You played that zone. You were mixing it in, the 1-3-1. I called Coach Shyatt. I said, Shyatt, what is this zone? Is this the amoeba? What are we doing here? But it worked. Your players were resilient, much like they were the other night. Just talk about your team, Coach, and how resilient those guys are, and the plays that you guys made down the stretch of the game. Press offense to be able to get the ball in bounds and not panic late in games. I mean, you have a resilient group.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. And I tell you, it's we're playing without Josh Smith, who's one of our best players, blew his ACL out 2 weeks ago, and our backup point guard, Sincere Harrison, sprained his ACL. He's been out for 14 days. So, we had guys play 40 minutes tonight too, and so we haven't had depth in our bench. But I think the biggest thing, we got down there 10, and we just really don't have a lot of depth at the front court. We start 4 guards, a freshman being one of them, and Tristan, and we thought the zone would just kind of try to slow them down or confuse them. So we just kept mixing it, trying to figure out when to trap, take away the 3-point line, just try to keep us alive. And felt at halftime, just had to put the ball in Jalen Blackman's hand. Didn't get him enough looks in the first half, and we just put it in his hand. And you know what? If we were going to win it, he was going to take us there, and he did it second half.
He was so good, Donnie. Like, you got him a year at Grand Canyon. He's been with you for the last couple of years. How did you get him, and did you realize he was this explosive? I mean, he struggled against Jacksonville, but man, the last 20, 30 minutes today, he was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was outstanding. Jalen, his dad, James Blackman, great basketball family. His brother played at Indiana. They're just an incredible group. And, Jalen came here, and I'd heard about Jalen through some, another player was on our team at the time. And he came up, his dad come up 4 times. They sat down, they talked. I think they were looking for a place where he could showcase who he is. And for our coach, was fortunate that he trusted us. And he could have left last year. He's newcomer of the year, first team, had all the big schools offering him a lot of money. And you know what? He stayed. And this year was all about, him getting better and having a chance, and he stuck with it. So I'm just really proud to have the opportunity to see him have success here.
Coach, one of the things I respect most about you, and you've been a mentor for me in so many different ways, but I think the most important thing is you as a dad, as a husband, your son's on the bench. Just how special was this for you and your 2 daughters, your wife Michelle, who's spectacular, and your son Isaac, to be on the bench with you, man. That had to be unbelievable.
Incredible, Matt. I took my son everywhere, as a kid, and we went to a lot of gyms, took him recruiting. I know many times that, you're an amazing dad, and so is Jeff. We many times our conversations are about our kids, and to have him there with me and enjoy that moment is, I can't line it up. Give God the glory for that, have that opportunity. I'm just humbled to be able to share that with him.
Last one before we let you get in and celebrate in this restaurant. couldn't see you during the court storm. You're too short. Couldn't find you. Tell me, when the buzzer went off, was it you hugging Isaac? Where were you? Where were you?
No, I saw him first. He did, because he's first class. He went down and shook everyone's hand from Austin Peay. That's the first thing Coach did, because I was watching him in the court storm too, and I knew that's exactly what Coach Jones was going to do.
Yeah, I tried. I wanted to go down and shake everybody's hand, and sometimes I'm not sure. It's the first time I've been there to do that, other than win the national championship. I was jumping up and down, but as a head coach, I was trying to show respect, because I do respect those guys at Austin Peay. I mean, he's done a great job in his first year. But I know it's such an emotional time. And then after I made my rounds, I went out there. I was trying to look for somebody to hug. I didn't know who to go hug. I was looking for my wife, but I hadn't seen her yet. But obviously, a great moment, and yeah, just so many proud people, like Glenn Wilkes. Obviously is the legendary guy here, Matt, as you know, and to have his sons there who came in there today, standing on the court with me, crying for this moment for their dad. Was amazing today. Amazing.
Congrats. First ever NCAA tournament appearance by Stetson. Crazy what you've done there, turning that program around, and now you can relax for about a week. You can relax and get some good meals in, and just watch some ball. And
if I know Coach Jones, all the text messages that he has, he'll respond to every single one. Yes. And there's a lot coming into his phone right now, so he'll respond to every single one.
You're right, Matt.
Drink.
You're right.
Go get a drink in there, and congrats again, Donnie Jones. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. You guys are the best. I appreciate it. Thank you.